What's up, y'all? Look, I just want to ask y'all a question. When y'all are trying to get something, I don't know, something that you really, really want. It could be a dude, it could be a woman, it could be a baby, it could be a job, it could be anything. You decide. And I mean you really, really want it. What are the lengths that you go through and the lengths you go to get it? I mean, do you be willing to do anything? I mean, anything, 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 according to your desire. Just think of a time you wanted something really, really bad. Hey guys, and welcome to Real Talk, Real Strength. My name is Katina, also known as Flo. I'm an artist. And today I just want to talk. I want to talk to your heart. And I just want to let you know that God is waiting on you. Just like you waiting on that dude, or just like you waiting on that woman, or just like you waiting on that job, or that car, or that business, or that house, or whatever it is that you have the greatest desire for right now. And you're willing to go through all manners of things to get it. God is waiting on you to want him the same way. Here's the video. What were the lengths that you went through to get it? What was the lengths? And in going the lengths you went, how painful was it? Were you willing to suffer? Were you willing to go through the absolute worst to attain that thing you really, really wanted? Well, I'll be the first to raise my hand. I have. I've done some of the most embarrassing things to get, I'm gonna just say it, to be with a dude. One time I wanted to be with this dude so bad. I wanted to be with this dude so bad. He told me to meet him. This is what he told me. He said he would meet me on 295, right? Anybody who lives in this area knows it's a parkway. He told me he would be there at a certain time. This is how bad I wanted to be with this dude. When I say he was fine, this nigga was fine. This nigga was fine. This nigga was super fine. And at that time, I was having sex. And I had already had sex with him, okay? And I didn't just want to have sex with him, I wanted to be his girlfriend, okay? And he told me that he was going to take me to his house. And it was going to be the first time I was going to go to his house, and I was excited. So he said, meet me on 295 at such and such time. And I got there. Now, I'm one that is usually late. Anybody know me, I'm always running a few minutes behind. But when this dude said meet him at such and such time, baby, I was early. I was super early. And I sat out there. When I got there, it was early afternoon. I'm gonna tell you how long I sat there. When I sat there so long, it was late night. It probably was maybe 10 or 11. I just thought maybe he got caught up and he gonna come. But baby, he never did. He never did come. He never did show up. But I was willing. I was willing to do it because I wanted him that bad. And he asked me to meet him other times. And how many of y'all know that I waited again? I waited again and again. And not that he didn't show up other times. Sometimes he did show up. And I'm going to tell you, I was so happy. And because he showed up, I was willing to do it over and over and over again. See, I was going to find some identity in this dude, that if a dude this fine wanted me, I was willing to do whatever. I was. Yeah, I was. And I brought up that point, and I shared a transparent moment, because how many of us say, well, God, I can't do it. You asking me to suffer too much. Like, God, why you ain't making things easier for me? Why you not making things easier for me? And because my life is causing me to have to suffer, and I got to go through these trials, I don't know if you're going to show up, and I'm just going to go do my own thing. I'm going to go do what it do. Because, God, I don't think you're really dependable. And I shared that story to give a contrast of how much we are willing to show up for people and trust people who are not trustworthy, who use us, exploit us, and do all types of things to our emotion, our heart, our body, our mind. But when it comes to God, the one who created you, the one who knows you, he knows your most intimate places, the most intimate places in your heart. If he's not there one time, you just give up. You just, like, I'm done with you, God, because you ain't give me what I want, when I want it, and how I want it, with whom I want it. How many women stay with a Negro years and years? He beat your tail. He call you all types of names other than the one your mama gave you. He take from you. He belittle you. He treat you like trash. And yet, you stay with hope that one day it'll change. One day he'll see the value in you. One day he will really, really love you the way you desire. And so the pain is worth it. Let him treat you good one day. One day, not even a whole day, a half a day. Let him smile at you, hug you, embrace you, be kind to you. You'll go 10 more years through that same thing. But pray to God, and God don't answer you right away. And you're done. You're done. You're saying, he don't exist. It must not be real. They lying. It's not worth it. Really? Really? I'm going to ask you again. Really? Because I'm here to tell you, that dude, he ain't going to love you. He not. He's human. And he ain't going to love you. He picked you to not love you. And the one that he will love, if he's capable, he'll pick her to love her. And you're not going to be the one. Sorry. But God already chose to love you. He chose to love you even though you're treating him all kinds of ways. You know how this dude treats you all kinds of ways? God is just sitting there knocking at your heart. Even right now, he's knocking at your heart. And he's saying, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still waiting on you. I'm still waiting for you. I'm still waiting to love you. I'm still waiting to embrace you. I'm still waiting to give you peace. I'm still waiting to give you joy. I'm still waiting to be your everything. I'm still waiting to be your all. I'm still waiting to provide for you. I'm still waiting to heal you. I'm still waiting to deliver you. I'm still waiting to save you. Although you told me time and time again to kiss your behind, and that I ain't moving fast enough, and that I ain't the one, and that maybe people lying, and that I'm not capable of being the God that you need, and that man that you're running after, or even that woman that you're running after, supersedes me. Still, I'm sitting here waiting for you to say, you will let me love you. I'm still sitting here waiting for you to say that you will allow me to be your Lord. I'm still sitting here waiting for you to allow me to deliver you, clean you, fix you. So I'm here to tell you that God will never allow you to get the peace that he has for you through another person or another thing. He's not going to allow that which you have chosen, that you want to get the peace that only God can give you through another human being. He's absolutely not going to do it because he is God and he wants to be your God. He's not going to let that man. No, you belong to him. So he's still waiting. And it's up to you. Do you want peace? It's up to you. Do you want joy? It's up to you. And when I say, do you want peace, I don't mean that everything in your life going to change and turn around and be extremely good. The difference will be is that you'll know you're good, regardless of if everything around you is falling apart, falling down, and chaotic. You'll know. He will allow you to know that you good. He will give you peace that passes all levels of understanding. It won't even make sense, the amount of peace that you will be experiencing. It won't make sense. It won't make sense that these people are saying they're going to do this, or I owe this, or this Negro is leaving me, and you got peace. And it'll keep your heart, and it'll keep your mind. And when we're talking about heart, we're talking about not your physical heart. We're talking about your state, your emotional state, your will, your emotions, the thing that moves you. God will keep it, literally. He will take care of it. He will steward it. He will nurture it. And you'll be good. And I'm telling you, if you allow him, you'll realize that nothing you've ever experienced will ever come close to what it is that God provides. We look for it everywhere. Some people look for it in lifting weights, trying to get a certain type of body. Some people look for it in, like I said, you may be looking for it in your dude. Or if you're a dude and you listen to, you may be looking for it in your woman, or you may be looking for it in your career. You may be looking for it in your job, in your children, in your home, and whatever that thing is that you feel makes you you. And I'm telling you, anything that you put where God belongs, he will kick it over. And he will not allow it to be able to stand. So it may offer you some temporary relief, but not salvation. And see, we chase after relief so much. We just want a quick relief, but we don't want the thing. We don't give things time to heal and be nurtured. Just because you put a Band-Aid on and you can't see that you are ripped apart and that you are susceptible to all types of bacteria and disease and you could lose your limb or whatever. Just because it feels better does not mean it's healed. Does not mean it's whole. It has to go through a process. And we all have to go through our own individual processes. But I'm telling you, the only way you're going to have true peace and rest is if you completely surrender your entire being, your entire life, your entire will, your entire emotions over to God, and you turn your back on everything else that you have put in that place. Will you immediately stop loving the person? No, you won't. You won't immediately stop loving them. You won't immediately stop wanting them. But you'll make decisions. And God is willing to help you do just that. He's willing. And you want to know how I know? Because he's done it for me. He's done it for me so many times. So I'm speaking from experience. And is it scary to give yourself over to a being you cannot even see? And although you can't see him, you know he's present. Because every time you go through a trial, what do? You call somebody who you know has a relationship with them, and you ask them to pray for you. But how about when you're able to pray for yourself? How about when God hears your voice? How about when God makes his ear attentive to you for your life? How about he watches over you? And his eyes are on you, because he says his eyes is on the righteous. Now, who are the righteous? The righteous are the ones who trust God no matter what. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like. There's a knowing within inside you that you've made a decision that I don't care what's happening. I know he loves me. He loved me when I wasn't even willing to give myself to him. He was there. You know what it's like to be there for somebody, and they not even there for you, and you still lend yourself to them wholeheartedly. But then how much more is God lending himself to you? And just like you want that man or that woman, he wants you. The only thing that I could suggest that you could do today to begin to build your relationship with God is that you, on your phone, you get what is called you get what is called a Bible app. You see that? This is the one I use. You open it. You open it, and there God's word is. And I hope you, and I want you to understand that this word, these words here, this is God. Not the phone, but these words is God himself. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And this word right here, it's alive. No, it's really alive. I'm not just making up some stuff here. I'm not just saying anything. This word right here, it is alive. So when you read it, it actively goes inside your soul and your spirit, and it begins to do what it says. It begins to do a work in you, through you, and for you, and with you. And then you will become the word as well in activation. It will become one with you. Just like when you had sex with that person and y'all became one, and you felt like you felt them and you knew them. But this is what this word does. It's not just something that a pastor reads at a church. It's God. So if you want to have a relationship with God, and you want to know God, and you want to know who he is and what he expects from you and for you, you don't have to guess. You don't have to call a whole bunch of people to find out. All you have to do is open up this Bible app. I have mine through the YouVersion. It's called the YouVersion, the Holy Bible app. And it has all different types of translations. So whatever one is easy for you, it's there for you. So I just wanted to just give you a little talk today because, girl, you don't have to keep going through with this dude. You don't have to. You don't have to. And I'm not even telling you to go home because y'all probably live together. Or I'm talking to the dude too. I'm not just talking to women. I'm not saying just go home and pack your stuff up. All I'm saying is say, God, okay. Say, okay. Whatever it is that you're walking me into doing to live my life for you, I'm here. I'm yours. I want you. I want you like I've been wanting this dude. I make a decision to want you the way I wanted this dude, or how I wanted this girl, or how I wanted this job, or how I wanted this money, or how I wanted that high, or how I wanted to get drunk. God, whatever it is that I've been wanting, the way you wanted me to want you, I want that. And once God begins to do that in your life and helping you, it is my prayer that you will turn back around, come back to this video, and leave in the comments for somebody else who is at the crossroads trying to decide, should they? So that they would know that I'm not just talking just to be talking. That I'm not just talking just to be on this internet. That I'm not just talking, but that this is real. Whoever decides to give their self to God, and God begins to shift your life, remove those people, give you peace that passes all understanding, give you joy like you never experienced, begin to shepherd you, take care of you, provide for you, heal you, love you, make you whole. Please, just like I took the time to obey God and make this video for you, please come back and leave a comment and say, God is doing it for me. And if you feel even more compelled, say how. That's it. That is the video. Your daddy is waiting on you. And your daddy wants you. And your daddy has chosen you. He didn't just call you. He chose you. He chose you. Also, before I let this video go, I want to let you all know I wrote a book. It's called A Result of Trauma by Katina Renee Dalford. And it just talks about the different experiences of life that I've gone through as a child, as a young adult, me continually doing these things that I told you all I did, and what happened when I decided to say, okay, God, I choose you. I wrote a whole book about it. If you like, the link will be in my description. And if it encourages you, make you feel heard, seen, understood in any type of way, please leave a review. But until the next video, guys, you all be blessed.